Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be my monthly update for the Partners in Cream Project Pan. This project was created by Steph Lyons and Dylan from Outward Processing, and it focuses on your cream makeup, which is a category I have a lot of, and I need to work my way through it, especially those darn blushes. I don't actually have any cream blushes in this project at the moment, but ooh, do I have a lot of cream blushes. Before I get into my update, I wanted to show off my merch. I've been selling merch for probably 2 months now, and I've done a pretty crappy job about marketing and advertising it because it's really not a strength of mine. I am no marketer, I am no advertiser, but I wanted to show you guys what Hazel's Heart looks like on me. This is the women's cut t-shirt, so it's a little bit more fitted. This is a 2X. I am typically not a 2X in clothing, but I decided to size up just to be on the safe side because if this was running small, I would be crushed. So I just went with a 2X and it actually fits pretty good. So I would recommend sizing up. There's a little bit of, it's not tight, it's loose, but I didn't want it to be tight on me personally. It's also a nice length, so I'm happy about that. I also did pick up one of the little totes, and this is for Hazel. Of course, once she saw her little heart drawing on merch, she got pretty excited and told me she wanted something. So I bought her this tote, and I wanted to check out the quality and see if it was, you know, all right, because I've never ordered from the company that prints and sells this merch. And so I wanted to kind of check out this bag and see if it was any good. And this is the size. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. So far, so good. I haven't washed anything yet. I know I should probably wash all this stuff before putting it on, but I was just so excited to wear it that I haven't washed it yet. So I'll have to keep you updated on how it wears, but I figured if I'm gonna sit here and promote this to you guys, I should at least try it myself and see what I think of it. And yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised with the quality of these items. So this is what it looks like in real life. If you have any interest in getting yourself a Hazel Heart, there is a link down below all of my videos to where you can order from and what different items are available. I am definitely hoping to expand the merch options down the road, but for now, this is what we have. And so yeah, if you have any interest in checking it out, look at the links below this video. I decided to wear this shirt today because I'm batch filming a ton of videos, so you're probably gonna hear that in several more videos. I'm sorry, but I have to at least try to promote this stuff if I'm bothering to post it, shouldn't I? I really should. So let's get into the update for Partners in Cream. We are working on up to 6 products at a time. It's rolling. It started on January 10th. I think it started on January 10th and goes until December 10th. And then we take a month off and then it starts up again the following January 10th. This is, I think, my 3rd year doing this project. I love this project. It's just so simple and it's perfect. And I like that it targets cream makeup. I don't know if cream makeup was as much of a part of my routine before this project started, but this project has definitely helped me to incorporate cream makeup as part of my daily routine, which is something I should do because if you're going to own a buttload of cream makeup, you should probably put it on your face every once in a while. At least that's what I think. The first product I want to talk about is my ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Couche. You're not going to believe it. It's an almost empty. I have it all over my eyelids today in a last ditch attempt to use it up. And that little spot right there is all I have left. If I use it on my eyelid again tomorrow, that should be it. It should be gone. If I use it as an inner corner highlight only, it might take 2 more days. But oh my gosh, I can't believe I wasn't able to finish this off by today. What is wrong with me? I was having way too much fun with that duochrome shade from my Pat McGrath palette instead of just using this and knocking it out when I know I should have been doing that. But I really thought I was going to be able to finish it without having to use it as an all over eyelid shade. And then today I was like, all right, let's make it happen. And I still wasn't able to make it happen. So that little bit is left. At last month's Deck of Panning update, I had just the tiniest bit of lip gloss left, or lip oil left in a product. And a lot of you guys said that I should have just rolled something in at last month's update, even though it wasn't quite done. So I am going to roll in a new product to replace this in this update, because I think I'm gonna need that product before next month's update. And I got a lot of encouragement for you guys when this came up in with a product a couple weeks ago. So I am gonna be rolling something in to take this place, but it's not quite gone yet, and I can't believe it. It is so close to being gone. This is very exciting. I've never, ever, ever, ever finished an entire Super Shock shadow off in my life. I have finished cheek highlight before, but not an eyeshadow. So this is a momentous occasion that has not happened yet, but might happen tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. I'll post on Instagram. I'm trying to be good about Instagram. I was almost caught up, and then I fell off the wagon again, and now I'm trying to play catch up again. So maybe I'll post something on Instagram when I finally finish this sucker off. Okay, next let's talk about my little Physicians Formula Duo. I have this green color corrector and then the rest of a stick corrector from Edward Best that I dumped in here. I've been saying for 2 months that I'm gonna repress the green product into the center of the pan so it's easier to access. But the truth is, I still haven't been really having much difficulty accessing the product. So, you know, because I can be kind of lazy, I just have been continuing to use it as is, but it is getting more and more difficult. I've also, I don't know if you can see on this kind of more skin colory shade, I've hit pan right in the middle again. But I really thought I was going to be able to finish this off before I finished this off, and I'm thinking that's going to happen less and less. But I am still working on both of these products every day that I wear makeup, and I'm so excited at the thought of finishing this off. But I know it looks like it's almost gone, but this is several months worth of product on both sides for sure. So I'm just gonna keep chipping away at it, and maybe by next month I will have moved the product to the center of the pan, which I've been saying I'm gonna do forever. All right, next let's talk about my e.l.f. shimmer palette. I don't wanna say I'm disappointed, but I'm definitely off track. No doubt about it. I was working on one shade at a time, and I managed to finish this first shade off before the end of the first quarter of this year. And by those calculations, in theory, I should be able to finish off one of these pans a quarter in order to finish this entire palette off before the end of the year, which would have been really cool. Unfortunately, it's not working out that way for the second pan. By those metrics, I should have had the second pan completely finished by June 30th, and it is now July 22nd, and I'm still working on it. So I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this entire palette off by the end of the year, but I am making good progress by my standards. I'm really excited. I do think this pan will be gone by next month's update, and I will have started working on one of these two. Not sure which one. I'm guessing maybe this one. This kind of more sandier champagne colored one will be the one I work on next. And then I'll save the pink for the last quarter of the year. But yeah, this will be gone early next year, but I don't think I can possibly finish it by the end of 2023, which would have been really cool. But I'm glad to be working on this. It's one of these products that's been kicking around in my inventory for years and years and years. I've been pleasantly surprised by how nice of a quality this product is. I mean, it's e.l.f. I probably paid $3 for it like 15 years ago, and it works great. So I'm enjoying it, but yeah, I don't see how I could possibly finish this all off by the end of the year. But that's okay. All right, my next product is my silver eyeshadow base from Mary Kay. I'm still working on this. I was really focusing in on this for several months. This past month, I kind of took a break from it because it just feels like it's never ending. I keep thinking it's gonna be gone soon, it's gonna be gone soon, and it just keeps on going. I've cleared out, I don't think you can see it. I wish you could sit where I'm sitting and see right through it. There's so many spaces in this packaging that I could see like right through from one end to the next. I don't think you could see it. But all the product is still kind of at this top. So when I fold it over and really push down on it, I can certainly get enough for another application. I like to wear this as a base with my kind of bronzy eyeshadows that are in my Panette palette. Even though this is silvery and those are kind of like warm goldeny shades, I like the contrast of the warm and the cool. And this is a nice base. I really like it. I think my friend was selling Mary Kay when I bought this off of her, and she sold it to me at like a steep discount. I probably paid like $3 for it or something. She was just trying to clearance out some products that she couldn't sell. And yeah, this is a really good product, but I probably would not, I seriously doubt Mary Kay is still selling this. And even if they were, I don't think I'd go to the trouble of finding a Mary Kay lady to purchase from. I do know somebody who sells Mary Kay, but regardless, once this is gone, it's going to be gone. But it's a good eye base, and I'm enjoying it as long as I have it. Okay, these next two products are both measured on paper, and I have good progress for both of them, which makes me very, very happy. The first one is my Benefit Eye Bright pencil. I like to use this as like a brow bone highlight. I like to highlight my inner corners before I put on any eyeshadow, any powder eyeshadow. It's just a nice like pinky white, and I was able to make, for me, a nice new line on the paper right there. So that's pretty good progress. I'm very happy with it. I am still using the remaining product of my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk that I depotted. And so I'm not really like counting the days and trying to divide myself evenly. I just kind of grab one every morning, but I do think I'm reaching for this one a little bit more often than the white one. I try to use the white one, the Milk pencil, 1 or 2 days a week still, but I'm really focusing more on this one than that NYX pencil at this point in time. And then the next product is my eyeshadow base by Too Faced, the 24-hour bulletproof shadow liner in the shade Mink. And this has been my go-to eye base this past month for my Panette palette eye looks. This has been such a gem, and I've been enjoying it a lot this year. I'm gonna be sad, this is another product I'm gonna be sad to see go, but I've had it for a while. I need to get it out of my stash. So that's my mark for this month. That's a pretty good progress line for me. I do think I'm going to be able to finish this by the end of the year, especially if I ever finish that Mary Kay eye base. Like once I finish one, the other one should go down quickly when I'm not like juggling two products. But I feel like that's the story of my life. I am always forever juggling two products. All right, now is the time when I'm going to show you what I'm bringing in to this project. At this point in time, I have put a suitable replacement for that ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Couche in another project. The way that I've used this shadow the most is as an inner corner highlight for my eye looks. And I put in a Tarte Chrome paint pot in the shade Top Yacht in my Labor of Love It project to replace this once it's gone. So I don't need to bring in another Super Shock shadow that I could use as an inner corner highlight at this point because I got that in another project. What I do need to start working on very, very, very soon, not quite yet, but I think within the next 7 days, I'm going to need a new cream bronzer, which is so exciting. The cream bronzer I've been working on all year long is nearly gone, and I'm thinking I got maybe a week's left of product, maybe a few days more, but definitely within the next month, it should be gone. So I need to bring in a new cream bronzer to work on. And even though I do have 4 cream bronzer singles, I've decided to go for a cream bronzer from a palette. Now, if you guys are keeping track of the words that come out of my mouth, about a year ago, my original plan was to switch to my Mascara Beauty, which is also now known as Saint Beauty set once I finished off the cream bronzer. And I was really intending to do that. And I think I even said back then that the problem with jumping into the Saint Beauty products is that I have a like foundation, like matte highlighter, a cream bronzer, a cream blush, and a cream highlighter, like a shimmery highlight. And I want to use them all together. I want to use all 4 products as a set the way they were intended. However, I'm always almost finished with one of those products. So it never seems like a good time to bring in the whole set because I'm always like so close to being done with something. Well, between my Maybelline cream blush that's in my A to Z project and this highlighter palette from e.l.f., I don't want to stop working on either of them right now. And so because I'm so invested in continuing to work on those 2 products, I've decided to put off working on my Saint set again, which usually when I say I'm going to do something, I do it, but I just feel like now is not the time. I'm not ready to stop working on that cream blush and that cream highlighter at this point in time. And so, yeah, I'm not going to do that. The 4 Saint products are going to continue to wait in the wings for the day when they can, you know, come to center stage and show off their goods. But for now, I have settled between 2 different products, cream bronzer palettes. One is technically not a bronzer, one's technically a blush, but I think it can work as a bronzer. So let me show you which 2 palettes I'm debating over to replace my cream bronzer with, and I'm gonna see what you guys say in the comments. And by the time I read all the comments, it should be about time for me to start working on one of these 2 products. I already ran it by Liz and Amber, who I chat with regularly, and I know what the 2 of them are kind of leaning towards at this point in time, but I'm curious to see what you guys are gonna say. So let me show you the 2 options I'm kind of waffling between, and you guys can help me weigh in on which cream bronzer I am going to start working on next. Okay. All right, the first one, like I said, is technically not a cream bronzer. It is a blush. This is the How About Them Apples palette from the Balm. And a lot of you guys have been dying for me to get going on this palette for years and years and years. This really bothers a lot of people that this is just sitting in my makeup collection because it's cream and it's old and I'm not using it. And a lot of you guys would like to see me use it. Like I said a minute ago, it has a really nice mirror. Like I said a minute ago, I'm way too invested in my Maybelline blush to stop working on that at this point and pick one of these blushes. But this shade down here called Caramel almost looks like a bronzer. Now I did try this the other day as a bronzer and it is like peachy pinky bronzy, but I kind of like peachy pinky bronzy. I don't know if you guys know that. So I'm still thinking, even though this is definitely not a traditional bronzer shade, that maybe I would try to pan this as a bronzer because I do like these kind of shades on me. Something with the, oh, it's not super hot. I'm not like, the sweat's not like dripping down my back, but it's 77 degrees and sunny today and this is nice and creamy. So let me give you guys a swatch of this so you can see. It's definitely, when you look at it compared to these other shades, it looks very brown, right? It looks kind of like a cream bronzer, but I'll compare it to the next product and you'll see it's definitely still a blush, but I think I could kind of use it as a cream bronzer, especially if I sheer it out, because I do like a pinky bronzer. So that is option 1. And I would be using that in conjunction with my Maybelline cream blush instead of a separate cream bronzer. Option 2 is going to come from my Tarteist Pro Glow palette. Now I do have a 3rd cream bronzer that's in a palette, but this bronzer is a much deeper shade than the other bronzer I have. The other bronzer I have is in like an e.l.f. duo. This, I think it's called the St. Lucia cream palette. And that bronzer is definitely a lighter shade. This one's deeper. So I chose this one because we are in the summer months and I feel like now's the time to throw on a deep bronzer. But here's what the palette looks like. I know you guys have all seen this. It's been kicking around for a while. Mine's basically untouched. I think I used it for like a get ready with me once, a dust collector's get ready with me, but this is pretty much brand new. And there's only one cream product in this entire palette. The rest are powder. And it's this one right here, this bronzer shade. So as you can tell, this is untouched. No finger has ever touched that pan of product. It looks like maybe a hair has touched it. Oh, I got it out. But yeah, so let me swatch this one. And you could see this is a much browner, cooler tone shade compared to this blush from the Balm. It's more of a like typical bronzer. It's more of what you would think of when you think bronzer. Now, typically in this project, my goal is always to finish the product that I'm working on. But I think in this case, my goal is just going to be to hit pan. And then I will reassess. Maybe I'll roll it over with the goal of finishing it. But for now, my goal for whichever product I choose is to just hit pan. So I think now that you could see the two side by side, you can see that this is clearly a blush and not a bronzer. And this is definitely more of a bronzer. It's so funny how when you compare it, when it was just alone, it was like, yeah, that's kind of a bronzer. And now when you see it next to the actual bronzer, you're like, nope, that's a blush. But like I said, I would apply this on my face where I apply bronzer and just kind of like use it like a bronzer. Oh, they're both gorgeous. I honestly don't know which to choose. So with the goal of just hitting pan for now, which one would you guys choose if you were me? Let me know. I might take a vote and see which vote wins. Once my bronzer that I'm currently working on is gone, I will choose whichever one has the most votes and start working on it. And I will meet you back here in a month for another update, hopefully less than a month. I am really trying to get caught up on my uploads because this is about 12 days behind. Good news, swim season is officially over. So that's 3 hours a day in my life that I should be getting back for the next month. But yeah, let me know which one you guys would work on if it was you. This one looks so pink now. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Maybe I can't pull it off as a bronzer. I don't know which one. Let me know. That's it for this update, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.